Hello everyone, this is Manisha from India. I am filming this for Women Unity Movement, and as a part of their Truth series, I am going to talk about my journey to self-love. Guys, to be very honest, just saying that sounds very weird. Finding self-love, as if self-love is something you eventually find one day in life, while you're always supposed to love yourself, right? But you can't, because some people don't let you do that, right? And by some people I mean the society. They're always finding faults in you. They're always saying something's wrong with you. And apparently what was wrong with me was my dark skin tone. Yes, India is a mixture of races, but somehow the dark skinned ones always fell into the ugly category. People are just not excited if a description goes, oh, black skin or dark skin. It's like decided that we are ugly. Maybe rarely we're okay, not so bad, but usually we're ugly. So yeah, as a result I got bullied a lot. I do get bullied a lot now too, but just now I have resistance which I didn't have back then as a kid. um, you know i I would literally cry every day. I would just shut myself in a room, and I was just so not ready to welcome the next day, because I knew that I would be treated so bad. Kids in my school never sat next to me, or they would hesitate to sit next to me because they thought they would turn black if they touched me. And uh, and even the teachers didn't have much mercy on me. Even they were pretty harsh. I got called black coffee in front of all the students by a teacher, which just gave more freedom for the kids to bully me more. They called me many other things like crow, black bear, etc. I was this kid with dreams and talent filled inside, just craving for opportunities to create an identity for myself, but that never happened. I was a very good dancer, and I used to request and plead my dance teacher to take me in, but she never did. Later I asked my parents to come and talk, and after that they took me in, only to put me in the last line in some corner where I wasn't even seen. Because yeah, why would you put a dark skinned girl in front, right? Put all the white kids in the front, because aren't they the cute looking ones? Yeah, I was never even given a chance in sports, or even like academics. They never wanted me to be the face of anything. Why? Like, I I craved for that, because I never had an identity of my own other than, oh, that dark girl, and that felt pretty bad. Even after puberty, puberty is a gift to everyone, and everyone turns out well. I did too. I believed I did too. I mean, I got the jawline and all, but still, you know, my whole life was until then was with the phrase, "Though dark, she looks good." Though dark, like as if having dark skin was a disease or something. Um, yeah, I know nobody hit on me. Nobody hit on me. I know it doesn't matter. Relationships don't define you, but you know, not being hit on, not even being looked at, that does something, right? They all went for the white chicks. I didn't even have good friends to talk about any of this to, because even the ones I did used to pick on me. Because isn't it always easy to bully the one who always gets bullied? So yeah, that harsh, very harsh, very rude. I I couldn't bear it, and I used to just think, why? What is so wrong with me? I mean, I'm just normal like everyone else, and why am I discriminated just because of the dark skin? And the only good people in my life were my family, who were so kind. They always found me beautiful, and my mom used to call me pretty always, but I used to be like, come on, you're just saying that because you love me. Which took me later to realize, of course, she finds you beautiful because she loves you, she cares for you. She's the only one who sees the beauty in you. And just then I realized that beautiful has different perspectives to it. People have different perspective to beautiful. You know, even though all those people who bullied me were of white skin, were thin, were tall, were good looking in every way, their rude and harsh attitude make them look so ugly. The fact that they couldn't look at people beyond their looks, and that looks what defined a person to them, that just makes them ugly. And I, on the other side, saw people in their hearts, and I was ready to connect with anyone and become friends and love anyone. And I just loved that among all those harsh people, I was a kind soul, and that I had the ability to look beyond someone's looks, and that was a gift from God. And he created me this way, and gave this unique quality that I didn't find in anyone that time. And I just wanted to celebrate that and cherish that. So it really didn't make sense when people judged me based on my looks, and I thought, why give them a chance, or why consider them? That's one thing about judging you. The society, the world moves on. No one stops for a minute for you. They judge you and they walk away. They won't even remember judging you, but you would remember what they told you 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Like I remember the kid who didn't want to sit next to me, or who sat next to me and rubbed herself off like that. But if the world moves on, then you must move on too. So I acted despite the bullying, despite the criticisms and comments. I just didn't give a shit, guys. I just didn't. Comparing my life to the people who actually don't have what I have. The fact that I do have good working hands, legs, sight, hearing, etc. I just felt more gifted, and I didn't feel like crying or cribbing about what I did not have. And in fact, did I even want it? Did I even want white skin? People thought that was the only thing wrong with me. Even the ones who were a little nice to me used to say, oh gosh, if only you had white skin. God, you would look so hot. And then I would think that, every other person has white skin. Everyone wants to have white skin. How would that make me different from them? If I had white skin, I would just be any other girl, any other white chick. But I am dark. I have dark skin. And you see me in a group, I definitely stand out. So why even wish for something that isn't really going to give you much? So that's when I started loving that about myself, that I was so unique. And since that day, I just started dressing up. I wouldn't, before. I would be very scared to, I wouldn't even wear black clothes because people would say, oh, I can't see you now, which is a good joke, but still doesn't mean I was condemned or forbid from wearing black clothes. And even makeup, people used to say, see, it would be like overdoing. It's not going to make much difference. It would just look very awkward on you. It would look even bad. And I just thought, you all know bloody person to tell me what to do. And like I said, guys, I acted despite the comments, criticisms, etc. And I just went on to dress up. I grabbed every opportunity to create an identity. Being that way in school, I later had so much stage fear because I'd never been on a stage before. And even when I got an opportunity to be, I would fear a lot, like, oh god, am I gonna be any good, or people are not gonna watch me, or they're gonna be like, okay, let's ignore the set because there's a dark skinned girl, who would want to see her. So I really wanted to do something that would grab everyone's attention, and I just really worked hard. And so yeah, I just went ahead and did it. And more than anything, I was in it for myself. I for a minute thought, I'm not gonna gain anything if I just hold back for the sake of society. If I think, oh, what they're gonna tell. In fact, I was so eager to, show my talent, show my ability, that society didn't really stand in my way. And so I did, and it worked out pretty well. So people started noticing me, and yeah, I was known as the talented one, but yeah, not the good-looking one. I realized even when people were nice or people saw something, they have this metrics for looks, so they usually compare themselves to someone else, say an actor or a musician. They compare their skin color to them, they compare their hair texture, they compare their shape of the nose or size of their boobs, and they always wished they looked like someone else, and their metrics or their benchmark to looking good was them. So, understanding it, people were trying to steal someone else's brand. What I mean to say is tall, fair skin, silky hair, big boobs. Let's say that's a brand of Kylie Jenner. Now, these people wanted Kylie Jenner's brand. And I was there thinking, why get someone else's brand? Why not create your own brand? Now, if you look at me, my brand would be dark skin, moderately tall, silky hair, big eyes, small boobs, but still, that's a brand that does not exist anywhere else. And didn't you want to be unique, was my question. And that's what I focused on. So I wanted to create a brand for myself. I wanted to look like a unique person that's not anyone else, that does not fall into anyone's category. So I didn't want to be another Kylie Jenner. I wanted to be Manisha. And I showed that in my looks. So I started dressing up. I wore all the dark colored clothes, whatnot. I wore makeup, and I used to get a lot of attention. I didn't care if it was good or bad. I just still went ahead and dressed up. So I never even feared taking pictures, And now this just doesn't go with people with dark skin. There are some people with, maybe crooked teeth or like weird jawlines, who are so afraid to smile for a picture. Some people usually just go like, like that or like that. They're just so afraid to look at the camera and pose. And I thought that pictures especially should show how happy you are, or how full of love you are of yourself, and that you're not worried about which angle of yours looks good. Rather, you're just out there smiling and posing as a free soul. And I did that for a lot of my pictures, and I was posting them online. And as a reward for that confidence, I once got to do a makeup shoot. So they looked at me and they thought I was a model. But I said, no, no, I'm just a student. I'm just 18 years old who's studying commerce. And they were like, well, you look like one, so why don't you come ahead? Again, a second chance to show my talent. And again, I was afraid because this time it was all professional lights and background and all that, and I was just so conscious of myself, like, ooh, am I gonna look good? I mean, selfie is fine, but a professional shoot, but again, it was my chance to shine, and I thought, what's the point? So what? They might just reject my picture. That still isn't gonna make a difference to how I look at myself. And I just went there and I posed, and it worked out. One should multiply to three, three multiplied to 10, and somehow I got the title model. Now see, modeling in India is where you keep people who you worship, and that's the pretty hub of the nation, where they're just like all these white looking people who are like tall, zero figures, and toned and all that. And there I was, which was unimaginable even in my dreams. And I just used to look back and think, what is it? How did I get here? Even though some people convinced me that I had the facial features, or just now the dark skin was getting trendy, I just realized that I had the guts to come out and pose in front of a camera, and if I didn't gain that one day, I would never be here. Simply mean to say that if I still believed the society, and if I just still sat in a corner and never went for any opportunities because I was afraid what people would think about me, I just wouldn't be here. And I realized that nothing got me here except for that self-love. How society didn't matter, or anyone else didn't matter, but how you look at yourself mattered. I mattered, and my identity mattered, and that's how the magic happened, guys. So my flaw was my dark skin, which I wore like armor, and one day became my very existence. So I believe that everyone is made unique, everyone is created specially, and there's no reason for us to look for things that didn't come with us, because we came with different things. Some of us came with dark skin, some of you came with height or no height, some of you came with curly hair, while some of you came with smaller eyes or crooked teeth. None of them are supposed to mean ugly, just that those kind of people never set a trend in the so-called media or the entertainment industry. So you don't have to grab examples from there. You can be an example yourself in your normal living. You can be your hot accountant, or you can be a very pretty looking dancer, etc. And just because all the good looking people are in the entertainment industry doesn't mean they're the only ones who have the right to look good. You can too. So if you're someone out there who's hesitating to try new outfits, fancy outfits, wear different colored clothes, or try different kind of makeup because you're afraid what someone's gonna say, I say, screw that someone and just do it for yourself. Because this life is about you, and this experience must also be about you. Don't lie there in your bed when you're like 60 years old thinking, oh God, how come I didn't do any of that? Just do it. No. Opinions and criticisms aren't really worth it. yeah, they're good. Maybe they'll help you out, but criticisms on your looks, saying that something's wrong with you while this is how you were born, no one has the right to do that. So I say, don't even listen to them. Just do it for yourself, for the people you love, and for the one who created you, who thought he made the best thing, who spent just as much time as he spent on anyone else. If you abuse the gift, you're abusing the giver. So don't ever do that. And don't call yourself ugly in front of your parents, because you were literally made by them. So you got it all from them. So if you're calling yourself ugly, you're calling them ugly too, which is very bad. And yeah, there's no fun in copying someone, guys. You know, maybe you'll be one of your kind. Maybe you'll be in some corner and people wouldn't give a shit about you, but it's okay. Still be one of a kind. Still have your authenticity. Don't be a copy. So that's all, guys. You can we can connect if you want to. I'm on Instagram. Name goes Manisha Motiram. So yeah, if you want to like share your stories or want to have a chat, I'm open for it. And yeah, finally, I did this for Natasha Medler. So thank you, Natasha, for making me a part of this. I feel very glad, and kudos to whatever you're doing. I hope you find all the love, support throughout your journey in helping people. So guys, thank you. Bye bye.